Well, hello there. My name's Patrick, and I want to make a game in Unity. So here we go. This is going to be video number one in hopefully a long series of me talking about my game and demoing my latest progress. So because this is the first video, let's do a little bit of an introduction. So why do this? Why not? I love video games. I play a lot of video games. I've been playing a lot of video games for a long time. I feel like I have quite a bit of experience in that area. I've never developed a video game before, but I feel like I definitely know the user perspective, and I have a particular idea for a video game that I want to create, and I can already visualize it. So it's more just the exercise of getting it into Unity, which is the engine that I'm going to be using, which was in the title. I probably should have mentioned that before. Getting it in there and just making something that I think is cool and that maybe some other people will enjoy too. I also have a lot of experience coding in various programming languages. I studied computer science at university. I've been working in the field of software engineering for like 4 or 5 years now. I've worked for a few different companies, working on different parts of the stack. Never really game dev, more web dev, back-end, DevOps, a little bit of front-end when I was younger, that sort of stuff. So I know how to code. That's basically what I'm trying to say, without sounding too, without tooting my own horn, as they say. And the things that I don't know, AI is making it easier and easier to bridge the gap between my thoughts and what I need to put into code and design and all these sorts of things, which is really, really great because it means if you know how to code in one language, you know general principles of programming, you can kind of transfer your skills pretty easily to other languages with AI tools like ChatGPT, GitHub Copilot, DeepSeek now. We've got a new one very recently. This is pretty much brand new as of a few days ago, I believe. I've used it a little bit. It's interesting. Just don't ask it about Tiananmen Square. It won't answer you. And I think I said this already, but I have an idea for a game that I want to make, and why not? I've never tried making a game before, and I want to make a game. Let's make a fucking game. Or I'm gonna make a fucking game. You guys can give me feedback on this video and tell me if you have game dev experience. You can tell me what you think once we get through this video. Leave it in the comments. But yeah, let's go on to the next slide because I'm rambling. Okay, so the game. Let me explain to you the vibe that I'm going for. So I'm going for kind of like a dark and darker COD Zombies mishmash, wave-based combat, FPS magic. I'm just throwing words out here, but basically it's going to be a game where you play as a magic user, kind of like a wizard of some sort, or I'm just going to say magic user for now because I don't want to limit it to just like wizard, but that's at least starting out is what it's going to be. You're going to be in like a kind of gritty dungeon type map, and you're going to be hurling spells everywhere, fighting off endless waves of enemies of various types to be determined, but probably goblins, some sort of demons, probably anything I can get some good free assets for, if I'm being realistic, because that's one thing that I'm going to leverage heavy in this project, is pre-made assets and animations and stuff like that, so that I don't have to do any 3D design, at least for now. I mean, I would like to eventually, but just for the sake of this project, I'm going to try and not do any of that, just to kind of focus on the programming and that whole part of it. So yeah, you're going to be set in a dungeon layout. You're going to run around, hurl spells at enemies, and that's the gist of it. On the next slide, I wrote out kind of some of the systems that I would want. So there's going to be, various spells that you can use. You're going to have resources, obviously. You're going to have mana that is consumed when you cast spells. You're gonna have health that you lose when you hit when enemies hit you or you hit a trap or something, and then you're gonna have stamina, which is you know, gonna affect like how long you can sprint for. So various enemy types, like I said, we're gonna start with probably like goblins, skeletons, whatever I can get free assets for, and on the map, which I'm imagining is gonna be kind of like you know, multi-tiered, probably like two or three levels. We'll see. There's gonna be little spawn locations scattered around the map. You know, at the peripherals, like at the end of hallways, stuff like that. There'll probably be like a portal or something, and enemies are just going to continue to run out, and you have to kill them. I would like there to be some sort of skill tree for progression, so you can kind of think of like you know, I don't know what a good example would be. Probably like you know, World of Warcraft or any MMO where you have a class, and you as you level up, you get points that you can spend in a skill tree that give you boosts to various abilities, and that can be kind of like very open-ended for now. I just kind of want to, you know, say that there's going to be some sort of thing that, you know, you can boost your spells, or, you know, increase the radius of blast damage, or, you know, increase your running speed, things like that. Then obviously there's going to be increasing waves of difficulty, and so that idea is coming from I guess COD zombies. So every wave the enemies get tougher and tougher. There's more and more, and it gets increasingly difficult, so that, you know, the game has a sense of progression and all that. And then somewhere scattered in there, this is probably like a very like late thing to do in the process. I don't know if it's necessary. Well, I would say it's necessary. I think it'll be cool to have, but eventually there's going to be like a boss of some sort that will spawn. You know, maybe every like 5 levels there'll be a different boss that spawns, and it's going to have it's going to be super difficult to kill, and it's going to have some sort of you know, either like a large XP boost, or it's going to drop some cool item or something like that. There'll be a significant reward. If you think of an idea what the reward should be, drop a comment, let me know. And then when you kill enemies, there'll be items that drop. You know, there's going to be potions that you can pick up and then activate when you need them. There'll be power-ups. This is also kind of similar to what I remember from playing COD Zombies back in the day, where you pick up, you know, some item that like kills every enemy on the map at that moment, or gives you max damage and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, this is day one, and next we're going to watch a quick demo of what I was able to put together in a few hours. Not my first experience in Unity, but my first like brand new 3D project that I'm starting from scratch, trying to build my own thing and not following like a demo or a course or anything like that. I do apologize for the FPS. I was watching it back and it was quite laggy. So next time I'll try and figure out how to improve that. I probably just need to flip a setting in my screen recorder so that the FPS is higher for recording. And yeah, so let's hop into the demo. So actually, before we go into the demo, I forgot 2 slides because I spaced out and I was rambling for too long. These are the things I'm going to focus on in the beginning. Getting the core mechanics right, making sure they feel good. So player movement has to be very good, since this is going to be kind of an FPS style, first person. It won't be top down or anything like that. Like, you're going to be, you know, first person, looking through the eyes of your character in the dungeon, firing spells, very similar to Dark and Darker gameplay. The spells are going to have to feel really good. I think, you know, that's an important part of this. If that doesn't work, then the rest of it's just not going to work properly. Resources, obviously, like, gonna need to have, you know, the spells applying damage and enemies attacking and doing damage to me, and have the resources on the screen, whether that's gonna be like a health bar or like Diablo, like potion to orbs, like potion style sort of thing. We'll figure that out when we get to that part. and the enemies. So there's going to need to be a few enemies, obviously, to test the main gameplay loop, and they're going to have to be able to spawn in various locations. One thing I didn't put here, I guess, is the level, and that's because I'm going to try and just leverage something that exists already, some sort of pre-made dungeon. I was looking at the Unity asset store, and there are a few. There's a few. I don't really know which one to use. Maybe it'll be worth it to even like spend a little bit of money just to buy like a good one that I don't have to worry about spending a lot of time building or anything like that. So yeah, but for now it's going to be just a very basic grid, voice crack, grid type thing just for testing. No fancy dungeon layout as of now. And yeah, so now we can get into the demo. Pretty excited. Not much going on yet, but we are making progress. So I basically created this little box that I can run around in and shoot some orbs. And then the orb with the effects and all that. So let's just get into it and do a little demo, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm in my box. You know, I can do classic WASD movement. There's a sprint button with shift. Spacebar makes me jump. There is a crouch, although it is pretty quick. And that's pretty much it for movement. Obviously, I can move my camera around. And I have these walls that are, you know, basically a makeshift barrier. I made this level in Pro Builder. I had a lot of trouble using it actually, so I need to learn a little bit more about how that works and all the hotkeys, so that eventually I'm gonna end up making some more intricate level designs. Hopefully, you know, sort of like a dungeon, dark and darker kind of deep dungeon crawling, gritty vibes is what I'm going for. And yeah, the other thing is obviously the orbs. So I can shoot orbs by clicking my mouse, and they have a neat little trail, and then they explode when they hit something. And it uses ray casting to basically shoot it. So wherever I'm looking at, it's going to shoot an orb like at that angle. So if I shoot it, you know, down here, it's going to go there. If I shoot it low, high, body height, that sort of thing. So eventually that's going to be the plan, is there's going to be, you know, a bunch of different spells you can use, and you're just going to be running around and, you know, hurling orbs basically. And it would also be really cool. What I want to have is kind of like, you know, you'll level up, you'll gain experience, and you can allocate skill points into, you know, like a tree sort of thing. And, you know, maybe one branch is like for arcane magic, one's for fire magic, one's for ice magic, or, you know, you invest a skill here, it increases the cast time, which is not really a thing at the moment because it's just one click, but, you know, maybe it increases the speed at which your spells fly, or it increases the radius of the explosion, or the DOT effect, or, you know, whatever it is. So it's still early days and there's still a lot of things to figure out, but this is, I think, a good start. I got a lot more done than I thought I would. I think Unity's pretty cool in that sense that you don't need much experience to get started. You know, I do have a lot of coding experience, just not in game dev. So that's helpful, definitely. Like, I know how to code, and I know how to leverage AI and all that sort of stuff. So I feel like I do have a head start in that sense, but I definitely have a ton of things that I need to learn about game dev and all that. But yeah, I'm gonna stop it there because I'm rambling. If you watch this, I hope you have a good day, and leave me a comment if you have any feedback or want to see anything. That'd be great. All right, bye.